Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we are back in Fallout 4, Legends Only Live Once, our no healing permadeath survival run, here on top of the CIT ruins, because last time, well, we just got done talking to Father, after having gone off to Bunker Hill and picked up plenty of legendary weapons from those lovely folks, our friends, the Brotherhood, the Railroad, and the Synths. Yes, our rules are getting rather complicated. We only allow ourselves 3 legendary weapons that we've picked up from the previous sleep cycle that need to be discarded at the end of the current sleep cycle. This introduces a little bit of scarcity rather than just building up amazing weapons nonstop, and yes, only applies to weapons because our armor situation is pretty lackluster, but we were able to find 3 weapons for the current sleep cycle from some ghouls last time, immediately went off to sleep, and then turned that around into an amazing set of finds over at Bunker Hill. Today I wanted to go off to Far Harbor, but unfortunately I needed some bullets for the 7.62 handmade rifle, along with some various bits and pieces for the junk, and that leads into about an hour and a half of quite boring stuff indeed, so I'll just give you the SparkNotes version of that and speed things along. We go off to Diamond City to pick up as much stuff as possible and sell a few things to Percy. We want to make our way to Oberland Station and Grey Garden for as much mutefruit and Tato as possible, just to make that adhesive. After picking up some Tato mutefruit, we are on our way to Nuka World, and we avoid pretty much every single fight along the way, including the dogs, the sentry bot, and any of the raiders that are still over at the Federal Rations stockpile. Unfortunately, as soon as we get on the monorail, there is a rad storm when we get to Nuka World, and we're forced to take some Rad-X and sit through the entire thing. The rad storm finally clears towards the end of the monorail ride, and we're free to be on our way. 7.62 bullets are rather expensive, so we decide to borrow some from our friendly neighborhood operators.
I've got a few.
We take some great mentats, start doing some buying from Aaron,
See what you got.
as well as some Calmex silk from Maddox. And then we go off, drop off some junk over at our outpost, and realize that 7.62 is just in the dealer shop that you can set up at any raider base. So we came out here for pretty much no reason whatsoever. Once we get back to the Commonwealth, we stop by Sunshine Tidings, which has a few goodies. An Assassin's Advanced Radium Rifle that we can take the mods off. Plenty of ammo over here as well, not too much on the 7.62, but that is fine. As well as a few pieces of apparel that just didn't make the cut the first time we were dropping off things here. None of the Tatos were being worked over at Abernathy, but we got the raiders on that task pretty quickly. Build up some happiness so they don't revolt immediately, the filthy peasants. We stop over at Red Rocket to check on things since we are Mr. Raider anyway. They don't seem too happy about it though. And back at Abernathy, they started farming Tatos already. We can pick up all of those and then straight into building some adhesive up. Wonderful, wonderful vegetable starch. We have so much available to us now. And that right there is pretty much an hour and a half condensed into just a few minutes. It was pretty tedious stuff. So back at Hangman's Alley, and we are still running into issues with screws, unfortunately. Yes, need to go off to Diamond City. But yeah, everything's going to be in the present tense now. And I did double check, it is actually closer to 2 hours, not an hour and a half. Lots of wasted time. We did pick up a rank of tired, unfortunately. But just a few things missing. Yeah, and I do want plenty of screws, still some mods to make, and in case I need them down the line. And we'll pop another great mentats before talking to Myrna here. Because going off to Far Harbor, I believe I will be needing some Rad-X as well. So things were about 33% sell value, now they're up to about 50, which is decent. And of course, 25 screws for 723, not the best deal, but we'll take it. So screws and caps for a bunch of things. Let's pick up some more Rad-X while we're here. We get some broken pieces of power armor, and I get his Rad-X and caps. 14 Rad-X over here, thank you, Solomon. Still getting his caps, but we're burning into our magazines now. Might as well with the Great Mentats on at the moment. I think most everything is taken care of. Actually, we have a bunch of things over here. Let's just make up some Psycho Jet and Psycho Buff while we're at it. And some jet fuel as well. Maybe some buff tats could prove useful. Caps and food from Polly here. So what we need to do now is make sure that we have all of our gear when it comes to replacement mods, and food, and water, and chems, and yes, a laundry list of things that we need to bring to Far Harbor to make sure we have an easy enough time there. A few final bits and pieces sold back at base. So I think we have everything when it comes to our mods to replace what we would need. 10mm hunting rifle, laser gun, pipe bolt action, pipe gun, and radium rifle. And because we have the 10mm combat sniper rifle and overcharged laser pistol, we can just take the mods off those with some replacements that we have with us here. Radium rifle is as good as it's going to get. The pipe gun, as good as we're going to ask it to be. We've already upgraded our pipe bolt action. In case we get another one, we can just take the mods off that. And hunting rifle, we've got some good ones. And the combat rifle, all we need to do is replace the standard receiver. So I think we are set to at least get one of these types of weapons going into Far Harbor, hopefully. If not, I'll have to figure out exactly how to get all the resources there. I don't want to be lugging around adhesive and screws and whatnot, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue finding it, or dealing with the shops. But yeah, the 3 weapons for the next sleep cycle, they're ready for us as well. Looking at the armor, this is a tough one. Right now we're kind of set up for VATs, carrying stuff, cunning and cavaliers. Okay, we've maxed out our carry capacity. Actually, we're on buff tats, so we're still suffering from the psycho addiction, -1 strength. But yeah, 305, and we're sitting at 301 carry weight already. We've got our 3 weapons for this sleep cycle that we're going to get to Far Harbor with at the very least. We've got our instigating combat rifle, Junkies 50 caliber, and never-ending converted handmade rifle. This, I suppose, could be a little better. So yeah, everything about it is as good as it's going to get, except that let's move that over to marksman stock. Doesn't increase the weight too much. So yeah, adrenaline 40% should help us get to Far Harbor. Insomnia, parasites, lethargy. Lethargy's annoying. Parasites can eat into our food, unfortunately, for these long journeys. Insomnia, not too much of an issue. We're at 1 rank of tired, but we've been sitting on that for hours now. The great mentats and buff tats are what are affecting us. Jet addiction and psycho addiction, we can get rid of those easily enough. And of course, fortifying the carrying weight. For our apparel, we've got pretty much everything on for this sleep cycle. Then we have 2 rounds of some decent stuff that we can choose from, and then whatever we find in Far Harbor, of course. Do remember that the rules do not apply to actually having the armor come from the previous sleep cycle. That would get just a bit too tedious to keep track of. Our aid situation is a little bit all over the place. Let's sort by weight so we can kind of see what's really taking up the space. A few Deathclaw steak, gazelle steak, grilled rad stag. I've got some nucicide and nuke elixir. The rad resistance I think is going to be a good idea just to have on in the background, and also helping with keeping us from going too sleepy. Stealth boys for emergency, noodle cups and purified water. I'd like more, but carrying weight is an issue. Plenty of random bits and pieces. The berry mentats, buff tats, Calmex silk. Yeah, that's going to be used for sure. Might get some use out of great mentats. We've got food on a stick. Mirelurk egg omelets we'll probably be using just as a food item eventually. Yeah, we're not using that too much just in combat situations. Plenty of jet, plenty of psycho jet, psycho buff. Radex at 34, we'll probably need to buy more while we're there. And yeah, our junk situation, our mod situation, covering all our bases. Our ammo situation, a little bit of everything just to get us started. We're going to be picking up ammo from Scrounger over there, and we can always buy some if we're running low on any of these. Yes, I think we're finally ready to go off to Far Harbor. This was quite a bit of a journey in of itself. For our route, I think we're going to skirt along the river, Bunker Hill, County Crossings, and then from there, we'll be able to make new way up to... We could stop by and pick up a mysterious serum from the Insane Asylum, or we could potentially go off and get more stealthy from the bobblehead. But I think neither of those things are ideal. That's a decent amount of enemies that might have some good legendary drops, and we'll not be able to use them if there's any amazing weapons on that round. Yes, we've already got our 3 weapons for the next sleep cycle. We can't replace them. we'll just bypass all of that and head to Nakano, skirting around the Dunwich Borers. Okay, as soon as we take a rank of sleepiness, we are going to run into issues with our carrier weight, unfortunately. We might need to rely on some more Nuka-Cola. I really should have just taken Psycho Buff. We've got 4 more Nuka free, not Nuka-Cola, that gives us rads. And for what we dropped, we just dropped a couple items of water and a couple Stealth Boys. This is a situation I might have considered using a Vertibird signal grenade to get up somewhat closer, but because it's so safe to get to county crossings, well, I'm going to jinx myself here. Yeah, I'm not going to waste a Vertibird signal grenade and potentially get shot at in that Vertibird if I'm going straight there. Shooting in the distance in the direction of Cabot House, it looks like. I think we can avoid all of that. Okay, past the Constitution, and we need to start being a little more careful, just in case there's still anything around here. I think it's been dealt with, though, as well as any random spawns in that house over there. It just looks like Deathclaws. I can let Deathclaws be. Or is it just the one? Does not seem to be fighting anyone. Oh, it's a matriarch. Good. Good, 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 good. How are we doing against matriarchs these days? Belly is not looking good on that. The combat sniper is doing better. That's as good as we're going to get. Yeah, usually by this time I am sporting a Gauss rifle 100% of the time. Not the case these days. We've got shooting over here. The amount of laser fire worries me. Don't want to get too close to that because that's rads, and I'm going to be getting more rads than I'd like coming up. We can't skirt around too much because of blowflies and rad scorpions, and oh, we've got the Brotherhood are just murdering my people, apparently. Well, I must say, Mr. Brotherhood Knight Sergeant, that is just not very nice. Apparently, the raiders have become the raidees. Okay. Useless operators. Let's see what the sergeant had. Bloodied switchblade. We can't do anything with that, but we might as well break down their bits and pieces. We need as many caps as we can get. All weightless there. Helps out. Now, on to pretty much the furthest extent that we've been able to go in this run. Yeah, the Revere satellite array is far northeast as we've made it. So yeah, potentially we'll be facing down some enemies, saying no to some wonderful legendary weapon drops, but hopefully the game gets out of its system all of those horrible drops like bloodied switchblades and whatnot. Start out, we've got... Ooh, the Gutsy's also pretty nasty. Frankly, nastier than the matriarch, almost. That is actually no good. I don't want to go into the hills. The hills hide rad scorpions. Rad scorpions are something I'd very much like to avoid. I don't want to waste a critical right here. Actually, that's 95. Let's take it. Wonderful. Now blow up. I need to get used to robots exploding. There we go. I think we've given him enough time for the rads to dissipate. Not really, apparently. Kill the blood bug while we're here. Or don't. That's a nope. Okay, surely they have dissipated those rads by now. If not, I'll just speed in and they are gone. Ghoul Slayers, I don't think we need that. Now, coming up next to the forge, there is a random spawn that kind of comes out of nowhere right around the corner here. Have to be careful about that. In the hidden brackets, you'll feel like they're shuffling, but you'll think it's from the forge, so gotta be careful. Raiders start walking towards me. That could be No good. Looks like nothing today. I think we're good to keep moving. Okay, Great Mentats has worn off, and yeah, I'm thinking more ranks of Chemist would be a good idea. Okay, we've made it to the Slog, and I don't think we're going to want to talk to the Forge. Yeah, definitely don't want to talk to the Forge, yeah. No, we're not going to take on the Deathclaw over there. We do need to get across the river here. And, yeah, a little bit of hop. Just avoid the Deathclaw. They can be over there, and that's fine. But the quarry, yes, this area also skirt around just slightly to the north. Should be dark enough that we're going to have no issues. And with one hub flower, I am suddenly over encumbered. Oh, wonderful. You know, maybe I'll just take a Nuka free right now. Take care of that little rank of tire that we've got going. The rest of this area should be pretty safe. There's some blood bugs about and a nasty queen over by the shore. I think as long as we avoid going too far in either direction from the road, we'll be able to avoid the raider ambush coming up, and yeah, should be fine. Yep, there's Queenie over there. Again, how are we doing against these big uns? Not horrible against the head, and it is a regular, so it won't mutate on me. But I think I will leave the queen be. Now, the only thing to worry about is being able to sprint by what is coming up. There's a fight over there. Rads. Always rads. Random rads. Wonderful. 447. Okay, don't worry about that. Random rad barrels on the road for some reason. And someone with a pool cue. Oh, they're just operators. Okay, that's fine. Operators can be about. Okay, I'm going to walk a little bit, but then start sprinting. And as long as we just then go into crouch, whatever raiders want to do some ambushing are not going to be very effective. And usually I'm in power armor that can sprint by a lot more effectively. But lethargy is not helping. I think it's just one more chance of a random spawn around the corner, but I think it's static. And from there, yeah, let's just avoid it. Deal with some ghouls. And be able to get to Nakano's if I could. Okay, invisible fence is posing issues. Honestly, if the ghouls are going to get up, that's fine, but if they're not, I might just leave them. No trouble whatsoever. Okay, Nakano will tell us to deal with the lost daughter, and it will just take a moment here.
Where is she?
I'll find her. Don't you?
Yeah, of course, you can, get the idea from Nick to come here, or I guess from Ellie, and yeah, do it that way, but it is completely optional just to go run up here and deal with it ourselves. Note says something, picture frame says something, and hidden key does something else. No, not picking up the note. Let's play that.
Project log?
Military grade duct tape.
Myself.
Can't say no to that.
I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor.
Okay, step away, listen to the tape, and then once we come back, Kasumi is done talking about going off to Far Harbor.
Right.
You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guy.
Uh-oh, buff stats are off. Buff stats are off. 1 second, Mr. Nakano. This is important. I think we'll just take the Psycho buff right now because I don't want to have to deal with Psycho addiction. So we've re-upped our carry capacity with Psycho buff. We're here in Far Harbor, and we've got some things to do. Yes, first of all, dealing with the rads. This is going to be an issue. Hello, Captain Avery.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander.
And yeah, because we talked to them, that engages the fight, and that is fine though.
Help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have.
And there goes Overtired.
I've got wounded out here.
Mariner?
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Well, that's one way to throw them to the wolves, or in this case, the gulpers. Oh boy, gulpers are not going down in one shot. Headshots are doing it, though. Oh, that is brutal. Oh, this is going well already. Okay, so the exterminators, 50% more damage against mirelurks and bugs. Thought these guys were kind of mirelurks for some reason, but maybe they're animals, unfortunately. Or maybe they're just that tough. Who knows? Let's go over to the 2-shot and get some jet going. Yeah, these are tougher enemies than normal. Please do not throw grenades. Oh, I do not like the fact that people are throwing grenades. Why are people throwing grenades? That is not very helpful. Oh, and there's more of them. Okay. Can anything help me with this situation? I don't think it can. Chems lasting longer is good. Action Girl is good. Staggering enemies could be good with Sniper. Ninja could be good. Yeah, lots of things, but I think what we need more than anything... 25 more action points, not that impressive. Yeah, having chems last longer moving forward is going to be really useful. Let's get that on. As long as they're not actually spitting fire, I don't really... You freaking idiots! I'm out of here. You idiots! Oh my god, they're throwing fire everywhere. Oh my god. Oh, and here we have... Yep, the anglers. Okay, back to this. And as soon as they start throwing their fire, do be very careful. More gulpers. 4 shots to take them down as opposed to 2. What else? One more. Okay. This is a brutal, brutal situation. Yeah, I did want to see just how bad the enemies were going to be. But that was a little harsher than I was expecting. Okay, Avery. Why are things so difficult here?
What the hell is a sin,
I guess I am
anyway?
above, like, level 50.
Avery.
And now you see what we're up against.
Yeah, sorry, I believe being over level 50 made things all the harder for you. Okay, a little bit more water, and we can start going through all these. They're all going to have instigating Gauss rifles, aren't they? I'm going to start by putting anything that's not the sleep cycle in here. Definitely helps with the carry weight. Start picking up everything that we see. A quick draw Fat Man. Comes with 3 mini nukes, that's kind of fun, but no, that is not going to be useful for what we need to have around for us. That is decent. A VATS enhanced radium rifle, 25% action point less. That is unfortunate, but just like the Fat Man, I have to say no to it. Next sleep cycle, I already have my 3 weapons. That is painful. I have my advanced receiver and everything set up for that. Freezing missile launcher. And some rads. Kneecapper missile launcher. Why are there kneecapper missile launchers? That's just a bit silly. Okay, so as we saw, we are already getting into the rad situation. I'm gonna make sure I break down as many of their defenses as possible. 448 on the rads. This is... yeah, this is where it gets difficult. We are dealing with time, we're dealing with rads, we're dealing with very tough enemies, and we're dealing with all of the running around that it's going to take to deal with Far Harbor. So, I've got everything that I need for our trip to the nucleus. First, we're going to stop by Acadia, and then from there, yeah, we'll be able to make our way to the nucleus, go get some rads, and then I'm thinking we'll end over at the nucleus. But yeah, getting through Far Harbor and the fog is going to be somewhat annoying. I am just going to start out with 3 Rad-X and make sure that we've got everything that we have needed. Maybe a jet addiction can go away if we do a jet fuel. And I think that that'll be everything. You know what, screw it. Let's get a Deathclaw steak in here as well. Re-up our water. We'll stay 1 level of parch, that'll be fine. Let's be on our way. That Longfellow or anything. I think it's Longfellow that once you start talking to him, never mind. It must be when you talk to Avery and then the harbor gets attacked, that's when everything gets spawned in, so let's deal with these guys. Distant headshot, let's mark them up if we can. I think there's 3 here. I usually don't even do that first fight. I did want to see how good we were doing against the gulpers and whatnot. Someone's picking up good weapons, I'm guessing. Don't have time to really sit around, unfortunately. I need to keep moving as quickly as possible. Okay, I think they're almost done. You can still fire in caution without blind fire being returned. It just takes a little bit for them to chill out enough for them not to shoot at you. Okay, there was 4. He's got a big gun. Let me be careful around him. Take a shot. 1 more as long as we can hit him. Oh, this is easy peasy. Let's just take him out. Oh, never mind. Okay. We're going to start seeing plenty of good weapons that we'd want to take, but we can't take it. But a VATS enhanced chest piece, that's something we can definitely deal with. And unyielding, also pretty good. Okay, so with those guys here, I'm somewhat worried about what else is going to be on our route. Usually I just hug the side of the mountain and don't really have any issues, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the Longfellow run up the mountain has a lot of random encounters spawned in. Just the ghouls over there. Oh, wolves. Don't mind me, wolves. Mark them up. There's definitely a 3rd one. Oh, this is somewhat annoying. Let's take him out. We can take a jet if we need to. And very nice. Fortifying. Ghoul Slayer's Radium Rifle. Okay, we're seeing Radium Rifles all over the place, apparently. Don't even know where the other dog got to. Let's just keep moving. We're just sitting in rads. We don't need every single piece of armor that is being thrown at us. Now, once you get to the first bend, you can just keep on going forward. Up the side of the mountain shouldn't be very ratty. But yeah, that concentrated fire, that is going to really help us out. Hidden brackets have nothing showing. Just a spot of rads. We can get through. What are we at? 455. Not horrible. We are taking damage, though, from them. And we're at the top of the mountain. Yeah. We can get through all the Mirelurks and whatnot if we really want to. But I would rather just save that for the next sleep cycle if we do need to get some weapons. So, we've made it to Acadia, and we need to just be talking to Dima, and he's going to go on about platitudes and whatnot that he's espousing, and that is fine.
I came here looking for Kasumi.
And we needed to go talk to Kasumi, but first let's pick up the key, because I'm pretty sure with my low charisma I am not going to be able to talk down Dima to actually tell us what his plans are. There should be a key, yep, right there. So we can talk to Kasumi. She's going to tell us to go spy on Dima here in a second.
Kasumi Nakano?
I believe I'm a synth, but there's something wrong here with Acadia. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here on this island.
Alright. I'm listening.
Okay. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
Personally, I find calculated mass murder to be very soothing.
Okay, Radx is already off. That is unfortunately pretty quick. But yeah, we can get in here and do a little bit of eavesdropping.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah, the shadow in the distance over there.
Old memory banks in
You
the
can see me through the window, guys.
I can't believe you never told me about those.
But I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to.
Okay, easy peasy. Re-up some Psycho Buff. And back to Kasumi.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
Okay, bunch of caps to meet. Thank you, Kasumi. And let's be on our way to the nucleus before we run into too many more ranks of overtired. Okay, top of Acadia. I think the safest way is the way we always go. Down the mountain, follow the path pretty much, avoid the bears, avoid the trappers, avoid the other trappers and the other trappers, and then head straight towards the nucleus. Yes, lots of avoiding, but I'd much rather not get shot at if I can help it. Let's just take a Radx right now. We're going to run into Rads pretty quickly here, and maybe get our water situation taken care of ever so slightly. Don't take too many falls. We are not in power armor, I think. Oh, just a normal bear. I'm a little too far east, actually. Yeah, because then there's wolves over here. It's fine. Should be easy enough to avoid. Okay, now we just head most of the way straight there. Avoid the house up there. We can take on a few of these rad stags, I think. Pretty nasty, actually. We can get the headshot. I think that will do. Explosive automatic. No game. Stop giving me good weapons that I have to turn down. It's too mean. You're very, very mean right now, game. Don't appreciate it. Nimble automatic combat. Okay. This at least bodes well that, you know, we're seeing lots of good weapons. We just really need to go get some sleep and then start picking up these good weapons. We can't come back to them. We've already seen them. We've already said no. We've already picked up our 3 weapons for next sleep cycle. This is painful. Okay, leave as many of the enemies as possible. Nice, easy enemies on a nice, safe route. And we can come back for them if we need to, if things like the super mutants aren't doing the job. But yeah, we are pretty much skirting our way between the 2 trapper encampments. And we will see a fog crawler. I think that that is fine. We might want to take them out. Caution. Okay, we're in caution. Don't like being in caution. Anyone want to tell me where the caution's from? Don't think we'll find out. Okay, back into hidden. Now fog crawler versus angler. Let's just make our way down the side of the cliff safely. Honestly, I would much rather the angler just go down nice and easy. And then the fog crawler. Oof, that is a tough one. Let's see. We've got fog crawler coming into play. Maybe it's a fight that we can just watch a little bit. It's that range attack that I don't like. It's about as fast as a bloatfly shot. Probably a little slower, actually. But yeah, let's just let them wear each other out, and then we can take on the survivor. Or maybe this is just taking too long, and I need to jet and just get rid of them both. Let's do that. Few shots, and the fog crawler is nasty, but a melee enemy nonetheless. Yeah, we can take care of them. No issue. It's the anglers that I really need to keep an eye on. Fortifying leather. That is decent. And let's take another Nuka Free to get us 10 carry weight back from our -1 strength. And definitely no to auto stim. Now the biggest question, is there a container that's right outside here? Because I'm going to be facing down a lot of ghouls. I'd much rather just drop off some goodies. It'd be like right here, in fact. Okay. Don't take the life preserver. Take the... There we go. Yeah, let's just leave some stuff in here. I'm not going to leave my weapons. That is just too terrifying a prospect to lose those, but... let's just leave everything that we're going to come back for, and it's going to be here because we're not going to go dig up some treasure and reset containers or anything. It's definitely not what's happening. Okay, extra carry weight, nice and easy. We will come back for all that stuff. It better be there when I'm back, otherwise I'm going to murder every single trapper on the island. Oh, +1 rads, I forgot. Yep, stay away from the rad barrels. Run on by. +2. Oh gosh, this is brutal.
You need to prove your faith. One of you.
Oh, there was a container right here.
You can't expect us to.
Okay.
Will there be anything else?
Now let's get in this wonderful society you've got here.
Did Far Harbor send you?
No, no.
Oh, no. I'm with Vault-Tec. Can I interest you in a new life underground?
There's only one person getting put in the ground unless I get my answer.
I'll do what Adam requires.
Then
Okay, we get told to go drink from an irradiated spring. Oh joy. My favorite time. Watching my health bar just disintegrate. No, there's... Oh! +1 rads. Faster, 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 faster. Why am I running on top of rad barrels? It's much better to be in the water. I'm so used to much... Oh, 473. This is getting a bit out of hand. I'm gonna re-up a Rad-X. Maybe a couple. No jet fuel. And more purified water disappearing quicker than I'd like it to. Now we need to avoid those fights. Let's make our way to the spring. Rad damage is... Ooh, it's going up pretty quickly. Yeah, these random rad barrels are the worst. Let's just go for a swim. Hidden brackets are fine. Cross the pond. And... going hidden. Stay along the edge of the water. We can make our way to the pond and... Okay, 474 rads. Oh, this is going to be painful. 150 rads coming right up. Take a nice swig. Ouch. And now we're getting a nice little hallucination. 624 rads. 65 rad damage. Brutal. I was considering doing the automatron before this, but I feel like having the extra damage from Far Harbor is going to be better than maybe getting damaged in the automatron and not having to lose out on that damage when it comes to actually getting these rads up on it. Oh, 6 rads, 7 rads, 5 rads, 2 rads. What was that? Oh my god. Okay. I know I'm going to run into a lot more rads here. That is getting a bit out of hand. I'm just going to go crazy Rad-X, and we'll pick up some more Rad-X along the way. Hindsight is 2020. I really should have done that beforehand. That was 2% of my health bar immediately. Hello, gulpers. moving. I'd like you to sprint if at all possible. I need a little more purified water. Okay, time to take on some ghouls. Let's make this quick. There, indeed. Okay, I'm going to use the 10mm. I think that is the situation. As long as they're not too tough. They are pretty tough, actually. Yeah, let's do one shot as opposed to whatever this is. Gonna mark as many up as possible, then we'll get some jet going. They are not enemies yet, so jet. Take the shots. Don't take the shots with a miss. Hit him again. Wake everyone up. And who else? Jet is lasting very long these days. Okay, still one over there. Still one over there. There we go. Okay, are we sure that we're all taking care of everyone? Let's do just a quick look-see. Sentinels can be useful. Auto-stim can't be useful. Bottle cap viable. 10mm. Exterminator's Fat Man. Probably not. Instigating Knuckles. That's enhanced. I will take for sure. And there's probably one more, but I'm going to take another jet and get in here as quickly as possible. I am just taking way too many rads. And then we need the password by getting that. Yes, that's the MOTHER. Could that be the password? Still figuring that out. Idle got. Let's get out. And did we... Okay. Radstorm potentially taken care of. I'm not going to go backwards through the way I... Quick draw automatic plasma rifle. They're just teasing me at this point. The game has thrown out so many wonderful weapons for me to take, and I need to get a round of sleep in for me to take them. This is quite painful. Okay, Gulper. And Overtired is back. That is closer than I was expecting. Let's try to avoid them. I don't want to take on anyone at this point if I can help it. We turn off the light as well. So, our way back is pretty much going east, a little bit northeast. Not going on the mountain, but skirting between the bear and the legendary super mutants. And we should have no issues there. It's just the rads are brutal at this point. And brackets are not messing with me too much, so we should be fine. There is that random spawn is just a bear. Okay, we can actually deal with 2 bears today by not dealing with 2 bears today. And now that we're above one and north of us is the other one, let's just keep moving to the east. And yeah, there's the other one. Tend to avoid fighting the bears just because... Yeah, and these days I definitely want to avoid leveling up if I can help it. The amount of damage dealing perks that we can take has dried up to just a few. No Bloody Mess and Ninja can be a thing. Now we've made it here. There might be a Rad Stag. Yes, Rad Stag. Let's not deal with them. Let's get across the water. And still unhidden. Get into the frickin' nucleus and get some sleep. Radix is still at 1,000 radiation resistance, so let's just get into here. Get over the water. Jump out.
You're back.
I have a mother icon. Get me in already.
Did Adam reveal something to you?
I am ready to follow his path.
Then it will head in. Once.
They are doomed, brothers and sisters. They
Um,
know it. The people
it said
of
that I
Far
was
Harbor
trespassing.
need only peer out their windows to look upon the face of Adam himself,
And they're red.
given form in holy
Oh god,
form.
what happened there?
Yet no.
Grand Zealot, you let me in, right? We're all cool? Oh, we better be freaking cool. If they're hostile to me... Okay.
I will defend this place unto death.
Grand Zealot,
So you
why...
finally realize the truth of Adam's plan for you? Are you prepared to join his children?
Yes!
I am ready to follow his path.
Then it will head
Right.
once you've but no, welcome.
Okay, apparently I didn't get through that. I just wanted to get moving a little too quickly.
That?
Now I'm everyone's friend in here, right? Right? Okay, good. Good. I was very worried there for just a split second. Get through here since there's still rads.
Our family has gotten a little bigger.
And I think I messed up the speech because I entered and exited.
Seems so interesting
And
under Devon's
there's a
walls.
weapons workbench right here, which is wonderful. But yes, I think that is enough for now. We need to pretty much talk to the High Confessor, get into the security, get Demons of Memories, and that's all going to be after a sleep, because we definitely need to sleep. We definitely need to open ourselves up to picking up new weapons. Our single rank of Overtired is fine for now, but I think it's actually... maybe we get through the memories first, because that actually takes a while. That actually might be the play. Next time, jumping in straight for the memories while we're overtired, and then when we're in the memories, waste our time there since it does take a few minutes, and then from there we'll sleep, move forward with our new weapons, and yeah, that'll help because this adrenaline will deal with the robots, hopefully. I don't have mines, I don't have grenades, I'll have to actually shoot the robots, and I don't have a Gauss rifle, so this adrenaline is probably going to be very useful. But yes, that's definitely all for later. Until then, I've been Keith, this has been Game to Please with Fallout 4, Legends Only Live Once. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, farewell.